sir, are you able to see what's depicted in states number 91 here?
Yes, ma'am.
And is this the observation that you made when you exited the elevator towards your right?
Correct. That's Mr. Norris laying down on the right in the black hoodie and black sweatpants. That's Mr. Edwards, and Mr. Norris is the gentleman in the white shirt and blue jeans on the left.
Okay, so allow me to clarify. The individual to the right in this State's Exhibit 91 is someone that you later identified as Mr. Edwards?
Correct.
And the individual on the left was someone you later identified as Mr. Norris?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when you first make contact with these two individuals, what are the observations that you make about their persons?
Obviously, observed the injury to Mr. Norris's right shoulder there. Officer Gale immediately started to tend to him, placed a tourniquet on his arm.
Could you immediately tell that the injury to Mr. Norris was a gunshot wound based on your training and experience?
Based on my training, yes. And also just from the amount of blood, that's pretty typical with gunshot wounds in my experience.
And is that paired with what you saw outside of the hotel before you actually came up?
Correct.
And the injury to Mr. Edwards, if you recall?
Mr. Edwards told me that he had been shot in the upper right arm. Just based on the amount of blood, his whole right sleeve on his hoodie was completely soaked in blood. So he pointed to where he had been shot. It was kind of the upper right arm, and that's where I placed the tourniquet up as high as I could into his armpit.
Could you see when you're actually placing that tourniquet how many gunshot injuries there were at that time?
I counted 3, right exactly where he pointed to them in his upper right arm.
You indicated that you applied a tourniquet. Can you just explain for the jury what that is?
Tourniquet is just a device that we use in order to stop heavy blood loss. Typically, you try to do it you try to place it as close as you can to any major arteries as you can, so you can try and stop the flow of blood so that they don't pass out or expire from blood loss.
Did you specifically apply one to Mr. Edwards as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And before actually even making these medical rescue efforts, did you search the individuals that you located on the ground, Mr. Norris and Mr. Edwards?
Yes, I did pat down Mr. Edwards for any weapons. I didn't find anything on him, and Officer Gale did the same for Mr. Norris.
And there were no weapons of any kind located?
No, not that we found.
Now, did you also stand by and attend to both of these individuals while you waited for EMS to arrive?
I was primarily focused on Mr. Edwards, while again Officer Gale was dealing with Mr. Norris.
So you just divided up your attention. Each of you took one of the victims.
Right.
When you attempted to speak to Mr. Edwards, was there any kind of response, or was there difficulty responding? Tell me about the communication you were actually having.
I was trying to figure out. While I was trying to talk to Mr. Edwards, trying to at least keep him conscious and to try to get some more information as far as what had happened, I was able to confirm that he was the driver in the vehicle that we had found outside, that they had been shot at. But as far as who did it or any kind of description as far as who had done it, I wasn't able to get that on scene. He was periodically starting to lose consciousness while I was still trying to talk to him on scene.
What was Mr. Norris's demeanor?
Mr. Norris, he was in pain, but he was also calm when speaking with Officer Gale. The most I could overhear from his conversation with Officer Gale was that he was in the back seat of the vehicle at the time of the shooting, and he had been asleep when it occurred.
That same vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
The black Charger?
Correct.
And this is while they are excited and making these statements to you?
Yes, ma'am.
When you first got off of the elevator, was Mr. Edwards screaming?
Yes, Mr. Edwards was screaming.
When you first got off of the elevator, was Mr. Norris screaming or crying?
I believe he was crying when we got off the elevator, yes.
Despite having applied a tourniquet to Mr. Edwards' arm, he was still losing consciousness while you were there with him?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ultimately later respond to the hospital after both victims were transported to Tampa General?
Correct.
And were you able to ascertain that there were additional injuries to Mr. Edwards, not just the 3 shots you saw?
Yes, ma'am.
And were those additional gunshot wounds?
Yes. Tampa General staff told me that there were 3 additional gunshot wounds further up on Mr. Edwards' shoulder that I couldn't see because of the hoodie.
You also had contact with Mr. Edwards at the hospital as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have an opportunity during your contact with Mr. Edwards to complete a full interview with him?
Yes, ma'am.
Was he still being treated by medical staff?
Yes, he was still in the process of being treated.
And did you inquire with Mr. Edwards about his events or the events that he had been involved in for that evening?
Yes, ma'am.
Was he responsive to your questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you inquire with him about the information you had from the flyer, so the specific locations that you believed victim Charles Jones to have gone that evening?
Yes, ma'am.
And was Mr. Edwards responsive to those questions?
Yes, ma'am.
When you inquired about what actually happened at the hotel itself, was Mr. Edwards also responsive to what happened at the Home 2 Suites?
Yes, ma'am.
After the transport of Mr. Edwards and Mr. Norris to the hospital, before they were transported, were their clothing items required to be removed?
Yes, on scene, TFR personnel removed their clothing on scene.
And were you still standing by for that event?
Yes, ma'am.
After they had been transported, did those clothing items remain there at the place that you actually found Mr. Edwards and Mr. Norris?
I believe so. They did not have those items at the hospital when I spoke with them.
I'm going to show you what's already been admitted as states 4N. So that's better or worse. Can you see that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this the observation that you made when you exited the elevator to your right, absent the victims that were placed there?
That's correct.
And in 4O, having started the process, it would appear, of crime scene going through this area, can you explain to me what that white item is at marker 14?
The white item by marker 14, that would have been the shirt that Mr. Norris would have been wearing on our first contact with him.
So each of these markers throughout the hallway, do those depict some item of evidence that would have been left behind after the victims had been transported?
I believe so, yes.
When we see in the photograph here, for example, in the center or in 4P, maybe that's a better look. These gloves, are those were those present when you actually first arrived, or were those something that you saw EMS utilizing?
Those have been used by EMS.
And in 4Q, again, the clothing items that are depicted here, were those removed while you were present with Mr. Norris and Mr. Edwards?
Yes, ma'am.
And same in 4R. Was this the black hoodie that you had previously described?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have an opportunity to see the volume of blood when you were tending to Mr. Edwards on scene?
I was able to see a good bit of blood coming off of his right hoodie sleeve for sure. Yes, ma'am.
So the hoodie itself was wet with blood?
Yes, ma'am.
And the blood that we see in these surrounding areas, also, any reason to believe it would have come from anything else other than Mr. Norris and Mr. Edwards there at that scene?
I wouldn't be able to find any other source